Hello, I'm Hayley Palmer. It's so good to have you with me on tonight's show, especially as we are joined by Dancing on Ice pro Brendyn Hatfield. And here is what happened when I caught up with him. Brendyn, it's great to have you on the show. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, no, it's such a pleasure. And where are you in the world right now?
So right now I'm kind of back home in Seattle, Washington, U.S. West Coast time for me. So a little different.
Yeah. And when's the last time you were in the UK?
I was actually just there a couple weeks ago, actually, just visiting and kind of doing some other side work and stuff. So it was kind of nice. It was nice to be back.
Was the weather good?
Oh, yeah. It was actually, there were a couple days where it was real nice. And then...
That sounds about right.
Yeah, there was some flooding, but a little bit later on, but it was all right.
That sounds like England.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right
well, it's great to have you here. I'm a big Dancing on Ice fan, so we're going to be talking about that later on in the show. But we want to hear your song choices because I did have a look at your list and I was like, he's got some great song choices on the show tonight. We're going to kick off with your first one, Imagine Dragons, Thunder. Absolute classic tune. Why this song?
You know, this one, especially it's that riff that does it for me, like right about the 2 minute 50 mark or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like it kind of came up on a playlist when I was listening to, just random songs, and I don't know, I was working out or running or something, and that riff hit, and it was just like I got this extra energy, and I don't know, every time I hear that, it just gives me this like burst of energy. And I'm a big Imagine Dragons fan anyway, and I think that song just kind of puts me into this, like shifts gears and gives me this energy.
Yeah, we need that, don't we? Especially after lockdown. It's actually a good running song, this one. So that's a top tip if you're watching and you want to go for a jog. Put this song on loud. We're going to play it out right on the show and we will see you after this.
Just a young gun with the...
Now, I want to rewind, Brendyn, how everything started, because how did you actually get into ice skating in the first place? Because I know that I definitely can't ice skate. I am a complete embarrassment. Every year at Winter Wonderland, I fall over straight away within the first 5 seconds. But obviously you've got a real flair and talent for it. How did it happen?
It was the first time I skated, I was about 5.5. And it was because I had so much energy running around the house and I kept like climbing on things and jumping off. So it was my grandpa that was like, you know what, this kid needs to burn some extra energy. And so they strapped blades to my feet and thought that would be the best way to utilize my energy. So here I am, 35 years later.
Yeah.
Well, 30, let's not age myself.
Well, yeah. And I know that you went into Disney on Ice. You played Aladdin opposite your wife who played Jasmine. That makes me very happy. How did all that come about?
So I actually, I started skating professionally about 2009, and I started as a soloist. And a year after I started solo work, I had a really, really bad knee injury. And after that happened, I got kind of involved in pairs again, because I competed pairs a little bit. And then when I had the knee injury, I kind of got back into pair skating, but professionally. So it's a little bit different. It's called Adagio pairs. And that's how I kind of transitioned, and that became like character type work. And so I did cruise ships and Holiday on Ice and Disney on Ice and then Dancing on Ice.
Wow, just wonderful. And I can imagine that so much work goes on behind the scenes, because obviously when we watch you, we obviously see the highlights. But I mean, how hard is the training process and the eating regime and the gym, everything that goes with it?
It can be intense. I mean, it's a hard thing to keep up year round. So even like just this week, I'm kind of starting to get back into like Dancing on Ice mode.
Yeah.
And it's been a struggle. But it's tough to kind of keep that up all the time. But it's just once you start, then it's really easy to kind of keep on track with it.
Yeah. And how did Dancing on Ice actually come about?
It was kind of, I kind of had connections. Like skating is such a small world that everyone is a little bit networked. And, it was just kind of, I was coming to the end of wanting to tour and kind of be on the road all the time. So just put feelers out to different companies and things, and just passed along the casting director a demo reel, and contact information, and kind of went from there.
Amazing. Well, we can't wait for it to start in January. It actually gets me through after the Christmas period. I'm like, bring on Dancing on Ice. I like sitting there with my fast food, watching everyone look fabulous. And no, it's just a wonderful program. I love watching people's progress because literally people can't skate. And then you get them to such a high level. It's literally incredible, isn't it?
Well, and it's fun. I mean, even even whoever you're not partnered with, it's fun to watch their journeys and, just talk to the other pros about how things are going and the other celebs about how they're doing. And, it's just it's a really unique experience that, not a lot of people get to have that experience. And I think it's really, really, something you can remember for the rest of your life.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're going to go into your next song choice, Brendyn. This is taking me back. Oh my goodness. I haven't played this in ages. Robert Miles' Children, 90s classic. Why this song?
This one, it was kind of, I was at the age where I was starting to like listen to different styles of music and themes. And to me, it was just a really, almost like interstellar type of electronic. I don't know, that was kind of my first foray into different types of music that I enjoyed on my own that wasn't, my parents listening to or something like that. And it's just a really mellow, melodic, kind of almost a relaxing tune in a way. So, I've always liked it.
And didn't you say it was your alarm clock at one point?
It was. I used to wake up to that. It's a really nice way to wake up. And it's a long song, so, you don't have to hit the snooze button all the time. You just kind of let it play.
That's me.
And gradually wake up.
We need to actually try this. But enjoy this song, and we can't wait to see you back afterwards. Brendyn, we have got some questions from some of our lovely viewers. Anna says, if you weren't a pro ice skater, what would you do for a job?
Oh, that's a good one. And this is a tough one too, because I have so many interests and things that I love doing. So one thing I've thought about doing, and I do it kind of for fun as a hobby, is a lot of visual effects, video production type things. So I do a lot of Adobe type After Effects and things like that. And then actually I've just gotten into it during this past lockdown and this break. This is kind of crazy, but it's CNC machining, 3D printing, 3D modeling, things like that, where you're building things in the computer and then creating a physical object once you've made the design.
Wow, it sounds very technical, but like you say, in lockdown you had the time to do it, so that's good, right?
The reason I like those things is because it's technical and creative. So you're creating some sort of art or piece or something like that, but it's technical in how you go from the art form to the physical object. So that's what I like about it, and it kind of mixes both worlds.
I'll take your word for it. That sounds good. And, Steve would like to know, what's the funniest thing that has ever happened on Dancing on Ice? And I would like to know that too.
The whole thing's funny from January to March, No. Leisha and I always had
I love her.
Banter and everything. And there was one time it was just her and I in Alexander Palace, and we were practicing, and she was deathly afraid of spiders. It could be the tiniest little spider, and it would freak her out. And this one time I ended up, she was being a little sassy. She didn't want to do a trick or something. And so I needed her to skate faster. I needed her to go a lot faster than she was going. And I learned real quick, if I just said, "Oh my gosh, there's a spider behind you," and she moved. She went real fast.
Amazing. Oh, bless her. She
was not too happy with me. But
I was going to say, she's probably scarred now for life, but bless her. And Joe would like to know, what's the proudest moment of your career so far?
I think for me, it had to be shortly after I was badly injured with a knee injury after I started my professional career, was the first time I was back in the show after putting in a lot of rehab work and just trying to get my strength back and all that. And I think
Yeah.
coming back from something that I was told was career ending to then be doing this 9 years later is, I don't know, a testament to something that made me proud that I, kind of climbed back from something that I could have just, ended up having to quit. And
exactly, but it's a mindset as well, isn't it? And I think when you are a professional athlete, it's something in you, isn't it, that just keeps going.
Yeah, and it really was, because I remember going in for that surgery before they give you the stuff to knock you out and all that, and I was looking at my knee and I was like, I know this, when I wake up, this is gonna be a long road, but it didn't ever deter me from wanting to like work and get back to it. But I was proud of myself for that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, we're going to go into your next song choice, Bleachers, Rollercoaster. I listened to this earlier and I thought, this is actually putting me in such a good mood right now.
Exactly. And it's not an old song. I think it was 2017, 2016. It's not very old, but it's easily become like one of my favorite songs. Like, it's exactly like what you said. It just puts you in a good mood, and it kind of takes you back to that, I don't know, like my youth a little bit, just kind of carefree and I don't know, just fun. It's a good, happy song, and that's what I like. Yes,
we like feel good songs on this show, so we're going to play it out right now. Enjoy.
There was summer when I saw your face.
Now we have got a quick fire question round for you, Brendyn, because we want to get to know you a little bit better. Is that all right with you?
Let's do it. Lightning round. Let's do
it. Okay. First song that you ever purchased.
I want to say it was Goo Goo Dolls, one of the Goo Goo Dolls albums. Let Love In, I think was the name of it.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the name of the album.
There.
Yeah, it is.
Right, yeah. Okay. Favourite place to go in London?
I would have to say just kind of the area down by like the Eye. Kind of like, it's funny because I like being around the touristy spots because they're classic, but I don't like doing the touristy things.
Right, okay.
So I like just walking around in that area.
Okay, which area, sorry? Like, just around like central London, you mean? Yeah,
kind of like central London, like all the way around like the Eye and Millennium Bridge and kind of in that area. Not necessarily doing all the touristy things, but just walking and...
It's the atmosphere, isn't it?
It's the atmosphere.
Yeah.
I hear you. I've always liked history and things like that. So to me, just seeing all the old architecture and things like, that's what I enjoy just looking at.
Yes, like that. And a favourite emoji to use on a text message. Really important question here. What is it?
I think I tend to use the smirk a lot. The smirk emoji, like.
Amazing. And if you could buy any type of food right now, what would it be? This is a serious question here. We need to know.
Ooh. I am a huge fan of like Mexican food, like any type of like good Mexican fare, tacos, burritos. I love it all.
Like it. Best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Believe in yourself and don't give up. I mean, I know it sounds cliche and kind of like, generic, but I mean, that's the kind of thing that gets you past a lot of difficult times. Definitely. Yes, that is good advice. And favourite ice skating move? This is a tough one.
Okay.
I'll give you two. My favourite spin is a death drop and my favourite jump is a double axel.
Right, okay, we sort of know what you mean.
Yeah.
kind of. Yeah. Brilliant stuff. Well, we're going to go into your next song choice, Banners, Someone to You. A great song. Why have you chosen this one?
I like this one just because it has kind of... there's like an importance to the lyrics in it. And it's, it kind of talks about being there for someone or being important to someone, for someone. And I like the vibe of the song, and it kind of just makes you, feel good about yourself a little bit, and good for doing things for others. Yeah, that's so true. That's what I get out of it. Yeah, and it's got quite a good build up to this song, hasn't it? I do like the build, yeah.
We love a build up. So we're going to play this out on the show now. Enjoy, and we will see you in just a couple of minutes' time. Now we want to know the goss here, because obviously Dancing on Ice comes onto our screen in January, but we want to know, when does the training start place? When does the auditions with the celebrities happen? When do you kickstart it all? Because for us as viewers, we just see it in January, but we want to know a bit of the backstory here, what goes on.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people don't realize, is that we actually begin sometimes end of September to end of October, depending on the year. And yeah, like there's hours and hours that go into training our celebs and getting them ready for January that a lot of people don't realize. they think we just kind of show up a week before the show. But yeah, I mean, they put in a lot of hours and a lot of stress on their bodies even before the show starts in January.
Yeah, I can imagine. And how do you get the celeb to kind of even go from skating around the outside? Because that would be me. I can't even get past either holding someone's hand or going around the outside. Like a child. How do you even get them to the next stage? Because I guess it's kind of half technique, but it's half your mindset, believing in yourself, believing you can do it, and obviously trusting your partner.
Right. And the interesting thing with Dancing on Ice, it's not just, we don't just come in and partner them to skate. Like, we end up being coaches, mentors, sometimes psychologists, depending on the day, you know, like, but it's all just part of being a coach, I think. And, you know, it's about motivating and teaching, and those are the two big things I think that I really enjoy about it. Is you're teaching someone a skill that, you know, is completely foreign to them, and then on top of that, putting them in a nervous situation that they're not used to, doing something they're not used to in front of people. And it just, I mean, it's a really neat experience, not only for me, but I hope for them, that they overcome something that they thought they'd never be doing.
That is so true. And even when you hear that music at the beginning and you hear your name called out, I can imagine I'd be like, I don't want to do this. No, I can't do it. But I guess, like you say, you've been training so hard and you coach the celebrity through, and it's a journey, isn't it? Because like I said, it is brilliant when you watch them go from nothing to literally doing the headbanger. You're like, how is that even possible? As I'm sat there watching it from my, you know, sofa. It's just incredible, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's such it's a wild ride. Like, you'd never realize like how intense and like how mental, like how the mental toughness has to play sometimes an even bigger role than the physical part. Yeah,
that is so true. Well, we cannot wait till it comes on our screens this January. So make sure you tune in to Dancing on Ice. And we're going to go into your next song choice, taking us so back to the 60s, a golden oldie, Roy Orbison, Blue Bayou. Why this one?
I told you I had an eclectic mix. So this one...
we believe you now.
Yeah. To me, like, his voice is just so like pure and soulful. And the reason I like this song is because it's a relaxing song, and like his lyrics kind of talk about, he doesn't have much, but he's happy with what he has, and you know, he's trying to find the best thing he can in life, and he's just, I don't know, it's just a song that puts things into perspective for me and just kind of makes me calm and relaxed.
Yeah, I love it when songs do that. Yeah, no, he really does. Well, we're going to play it out now from 1963. Enjoy.
I feel so bad, I got a worried mind.
Now, we are going to go into your last song choice, but I have to say, in my opinion, you say the best to last, because I love this song. Goo Goo Dolls, Iris, one of my favourites of all time, and I love to sing full blast, out of tune to this. I hold my hands up and admit it. Why this song, Brendyn?
This one, this to me, this just has so much like feeling to it, and it's probably one of the first of my entire list. This is the song that I've had on my favorite songs for forever. Yeah. I think, sometimes, your lists change and all that stuff, but this one's always been up there. And I think, it reminds me of my hometown a lot. And why, I don't know, but it just kind of reminds me of Seattle and being home. And it just has a really like meaningful place for me. And, I like a lot of the Goo Goo Dolls songs, but this one is like by far and away my favorite.
It's the one, isn't it? Well, we're going to play that out on the show now. But thank you so much. It's been so lovely to take a trip down memory lane, literally from the 60s all the way through and hear your record collection. Because like you say, a lot of the music has a lot of meaning. And it's just been wonderful to take that journey with you. And thank you for letting us know all about Dancing on Ice as well. Now we know the inside information. We cannot wait to tune in when it comes on in January. So thank you so much, Brendyn.
Oh, thanks so much for having me, and thanks for making me remember all the songs that I enjoy.
Oh, wonderful. It's Brendyn from Dancing on Ice, everyone. Huge thank you, Brendyn Hatfield from Dancing on Ice. Just wonderful on tonight's show. And thank you to you at home for tuning in every week and supporting the show. It really is very much appreciated. Thank you. Now, I will see you same time, same place next week. We're going to leave you with that last song choice, and I will see you then.
To see me, 'cause I